Hello everyone, welcome to my channel proChem Academy. Now in this video I will discuss about the next portion of acid-base salt of class 10 ICSE. Okay, so in previous videos we have already discussed about the preparation and the reactions of reactions and properties of acid and base. Okay, the link will be given of those videos in the description box. You can see those videos so that it will be good for you to learn this topic. Okay, it will be helpful. So acid base salt, next topic. Now today we will discuss the classification of salt. Now what is salt? Now salt means it is a ionic compound which can ionize in aqueous solution and dissolve in aqueous solution, okay, to form cations and anions. That means positive and negative ions. That is the salt. Or we can say that if a hydrogen of a replaceable hydrogen of a acid is completely or partially replaced by the electropositive ion like metal, then the compounds formed, it is called the salt. Okay, so say HCl. HCl is an acid. Now if this is the replacement hydrogen. If it is replaced by sodium, then the compound formed here, it is called salt, that is sodium chloride. So it is a salt. Okay, now so acid, the replaceable hydrogen can be replaced by a metal. From there salt can form, and also salt can form by the replaceable OH ion, that means OH minus ion, that is hydroxyl ion, okay, by the replacement of a metal. Okay, so we can classify the salts. Okay, so what are the classifications of salts? Normal salt or common salt. Okay, normal salt or common salt, you can say. Then acid salt, then basic salt, okay, then double salt. This is very important. Double salt, complex salt. Okay, complex salt, and you can take mixed salt also. So these are the classifications of the total classification of salt. Now what is normal salt or common salt? Okay, what I have already told now, that if the hydrogen, replaceable hydrogen of an acid is completely replaced by the metal, electropositive ion, then the salt form, it is called common salt or normal salt. Okay, common salt. Okay, completely or complete replacement of the hydrogens of an acid, okay, formed common salt. Okay, say HCl. So here one hydrogen is here, so it is completely replaceable hydrogen. So if it is replaced by sodium ion, then the salt form, it is called common salt, sodium chloride. Okay, so this salt we are using in our daily life. Okay, now if sulfuric acid, H2SO4, if these two hydrogen completely replaced by two sodium ion, then sodium sulfate, this is also a common salt. Sodium sulfate. Okay, nitric acid, HNO3. If this hydrogen is completely replaced by sodium, then it will form NaNO3, sodium nitrate. Okay, sodium nitrate. This is also a common salt. Okay, so let's note all these things. After that, again I will go into the next classification. Okay, so Okay, so I'm using this one. Let's move on to next classification. Okay, next classification, that is acid salt. Acid salt. Now, what is acid salt? Okay, when the replaceable hydrogen, that is H plus ions of an acid is partially replaced by the electropositive metal, okay, is called the acid salt. Partially replaced, say sulfuric acid. It has two hydrogen, two H plus ion. Now one of the H plus ion, if one of the H plus ion is replaced by sodium, only one, okay, then this salt is called acid salt. Okay, name would be, you can write sodium hydrogen sulfate, sodium hydrogen sulfate, or sodium bisulfate. Okay, now again this sodium bisulfate can again react with a base, okay, can again react with the base. What it will form? If this sodium bisulfate again react with a base, what it will form? It will form again that normal salt, that means Na2SO4 and H2O. Okay, others are there. Okay, if it is this H2 two hydrogen is replaced, one of the hydrogen is replaced by potassium, then potassium hydrogen sulfate you will get. Okay, so this is the acid salt. Okay, this is important. Now we'll go to the basic salt. Now basic salt means the replaceable hydrogen, the replaceable OH ion. Base we know it has OH ion. Now replaceable OH ion of a hydroxyl ion of a base is, if it is replaced by a metal, okay, then it will form a basic salt. Then it will form a basic salt. Now how we can write the basic salt? Replaceable hydrogen can be replaced by the metal. Okay, say copper hydroxide. You know copper hydroxide. This is copper hydroxide, a base. Now two hydrogens are there, two OH ions are there. If it is partially replaced, that means one of the OH is replaced by Cl. Then what it is forming? It will be a basic salt. Okay, basic copper chloride. It will be named as basic copper chloride. Okay, basic copper chloride. Basic copper chloride. Okay, now move on to next classification. Next classification is the double salt. It is very important. Now it is a mixture of two or more simple salt. Okay, it is a mixture of two or more simple salt. Okay, it will remain as a crystalline form. Okay, crystalline form. It will remain in the solution and as the crystalline form. That means crystallization. When two or more simple salt is crystallized, after that we will get a double salt. Okay. Now this double salt, when dissociate in the aqueous solution, it will dissociate. Fully dissociation will be there in the aqueous solution, and it will unable to retain its identity in aqueous solution. Okay. Say one double salt example, more salt. More salt is a double salt. Now what is the formula of more salt? Ferrous sulfate. It is a normal salt with ammonium sulfate and 6 molecules of water. This is the formula of more salt. Now we can see here two simple salts are there, ferrous sulfate and ammonium sulfate. Okay, now ferrous sulfate and ammonium sulfate dissociate in aqueous solution, fully in aqueous solution. Okay, now in the solution form it will unable to retain its identity. How? This ferrous sulfate, I am using this one. Okay, this ferrous sulfate, FeSO4 NH4 whole to SO4, 6H2O. In aqueous solution, it will completely furnish ions. That means Fe2 plus SO4 2 minus plus 2NH4 plus SO4 2 minus. Okay, that means it is not, right now it is in aqueous solution, is not as the crystalline form, so unable to retain its identity, Okay, so these are the double salt. Again, another example, potash alum. Okay, K2SO4, Al2SO4 whole 3, 24H2. It is also an example of double salt. Okay, it is a double salt. Now we go into the complex salt. Now complex salt is very important in higher classes. There is a difference between this double salt and complex salt. That double salt, we have seen that it is a mixture of 2 or more simple salt. Also complex salt also can be made by the mixing 2 or more simple salt. But in case of double salt, we have seen it is unable to retain its identity. Those are the double salt. But complex salt retain its identity. Okay, retains their identity in aqueous solution. Okay, one example of complex salt is K4FeCN whole 6. It is called potassium ferrocyanide. Now whenever you will see there is a square bracket, there will be a square bracket. Okay, this chapter is for ICSE 10 only. Okay, whenever you will see there is a square bracket, you will think that will be a complex salt. Now what is the difference between this complex and double salt? Double salt unable to retain their identity, but complex salt retains their identity. That means when it dissociates in aqueous solution, when this complex salt dissociates in aqueous solution, that means K4FeCN whole 6, it will form a simple common ion, that means 4K plus, and with this ion FeCN whole 6 4 minus. Now why they are retaining their identity? It is the main thing of the complex salt. So it will again not dissociate. It will not dissociate again. Okay, so it is the complex salt. Okay, now complex salt normally how it can be formed, or complex compound how it can be formed. When a compound having lone pair of electron, just I am giving example, lone pair of electron, say ammonia having lone pair of electron. Okay, and a ion having positive charge like H plus. Okay, or a transitional element, say Fe. It is electropositive metal. The bond formed here between iron and ammonia, it is called coordinate bond. So there will be a coordinate bond between complex salt, but there will be no coordinate bond in double salt. Okay, now how we can give this one, that Fe will bind with ammonia by the lone pair of electrons by a new bond, that is called coordinate bond. So coordinate bond can be shown by this kind of arrow. Later we will know in higher classes that complex salts are having coordinate bond and they are called coordination compounds. So that is also very important. Okay, so just write down this one. Okay, written now amazing. Now the last one, mixed salt. Now mixed salt means the salt which contains 2 or more acidic and basic radical. That means a negative or positive ion other than H plus and H minus, like sodium potassium sulfate. Okay, sodium potassium sulfate. So it has Na plus, K plus and SO4 2 minus ion. Okay, so this is the mixed salt. Okay, so we have covered most of all the things here. Okay, so today's video is up to this. If you like this video, then do like, comment and subscribe my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload the video, you will get the notification. And please subscribe the channel so that I will motivate to make more videos on different topics. Okay, so stay tuned. Up to that, next video will come soon. Okay.